Hi, Yarn Hellions.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Woohoo.
This is episode 9. Holy crap. I'm Christine Parker of Christine Parker Co. This other Yarn Hellion is Sarah Flynn of Superfine Yarn Co. What else am I supposed to say in the intro? Oh, if you like this episode, please subscribe below. You can hit, I don't know, there's a button or somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Hit it.
Really helps us out.
Yeah. You can follow us on Instagram at Yarn Hellions and TikTok at Yarn Hellions too. And we'll have those in the show notes. And today, I'm really excited about our topic today because we're going to share with you all of our favorite tools and notions. So like all of our little gadgets and doohickeys that we love to use for knitting.
Yes.
So, but first we have some catching up to do because we're friends, and that's what we do. So what have you been up to, Sarah, in the last couple of weeks?
So I asked people about what do I eat for lunch because I'm so tired of sandwiches, and I got a lot of good replies.
Oh, good.
And so there was a lot of like, make more when you cook something at night and then just pack that, or like crock pot things. So I got up this morning and I put something in the crock pot that'll be ready when I get home today. It's tortilla soup. So Half-Baked Harvest, if you haven't seen her Instagram, she's amazing. And you can go on her site and then she has like easy meals, like crock pot meals. She's big on sheet pan meals too. So I'm so excited about this. So that'll be ready when I get home. So thank you everyone who helped me out with packing my lunches. So this week they're going to be amazing. And then the weather's been unreal in Cleveland. I don't remember a spring. I mean, it's not spring yet, but this is crazy.
Be careful though, because I think I heard someone call it the spring of deception. And that feels
it is 100% that.
Yeah. Like last year, I think we had snow like at the end of April. Like I feel like April 24th, we got like a big snow and then it melted the next day, but like
still could happen.
Yeah.
So I'm cautiously optimistic, but like the dogs, like I've taken them to the park and they're like, what is this? So
I know.
It's been insane. I have a uniform for work because it was so cold and I was walking like blocks and blocks to get to work. So I have these like hiking boots that are kind of like, they're like powder blue. They're kind of like nice. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain them.
Fancy
whatever.
Boots.
I wore them like every day because they're so comfortable. And then jeans. And then I wear like a big old sweater, like a big cardigan or something every single day. And then last week I'm like, wait, what do I wear?
Yeah.
I can't wear hiking boots when it's 60. I have no other shoes out.
Oh no.
So, dilemmas. So
yeah,
I had to dig out like some things from the closet. Like
it's a good problem to have. It
was an awesome problem to have. Yeah. So living with the seasons here.
Yeah.
So that was me.
What have I been up to? Well, I got new glasses. That was very exciting.
Oh wow.
They're pink with glitter, and I feel super cool because I had I don't have them with me, but I just got a new prescription, and before this I had like very adult, like grown-up glasses. They're just like black frames, like they weren't fun. And I'm like, listen, I don't work at an office anymore. Like it doesn't matter. I want fun glasses. So I got these pink ones, and then I haven't worn these that much because I don't know how I feel about the style. How they look on my face, but they're like orange and gray cat eye glasses.
And where did you get them?
There's this they're online. It's called Zeelool. It's like Zeeelool. And they're like from China, and they're so cheap. I got both pairs. They're prescription.
You have to put that in the show notes. They're so adorable.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they for up close?
I have like my prescription is so mild that like I don't really need them, but I have really mild astigmatism. So like I like them for reading and driving, but that's really all I use them for. But yeah, I got 2 pairs of prescription glasses for $43, including.
That's unreal.
Yeah. So yeah, I love I remember going to like get new glasses when I was a kid, and they'd be like $200 at the eye place.
Ridiculous. I remember, like 8 years ago going, and I think I got sunglasses and glasses. It was $300-$400. This is ridiculous. And then I got LASIK.
Oh, nice.
All done now.
Yeah.
I got LASIK and braces like the same year. I'm like fixing all of this.
Braces. Oh my God. I had braces twice in high school. And then when I was 30, I had them again to like just, just for 6 weeks. Yeah. That's no fun at all, being an adult with braces. But
I still have a retainer.
Do you wear it all the time?
It's not in, I had like a permanent one, but I need to get a new one. So now I'm in between, so I have to wear it all the time. Mm-hmm. I actually talk funny with it, so it's out now.
Oh, really?
But it's nice because you can't see it under the mask, but it's kind of like, I don't know, puffs out my.
Oh, really? Oh, the struggle.
Oh my gosh.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I shared this on Instagram already, but I finally finished our logo, and I'm so happy with it. Oh shit, let me find it. I made a special folder for all the pictures, like on my iPad, a folder for all the photos I wanted to share. And then I like can't find them, any of them. Oops. So you guys will see this, but here's our new logo. It's a yarn ball, and it's on fire, and it says Yarn Hellions Knitting and Books Podcast. So
Great.
I've been like working on this like stupid, simple design, like for
not simple.
Well, all right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like for months. And Sarah's like, I want to get postcards for us to like put in with our packages and whatever. When people buy stuff. And you're doing the Worcester, the Great Lakes. Yeah, Great Lakes Fiber Show.
That's a Memorial weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, fingers crossed. They're still on right now. So it's outdoors, and it's in like big, like fairground buildings. So like all the barn doors are open. So, as long as they don't have us like crammed together, I think it's perfect.
Well, they just announced this week that all adults will be eligible for the vaccine by May 1st. So
I know.
Oh my God, I can't wait until we're both fully vaccinated, and then we can hang out in person.
You can come back to the couch.
That'll be so fun. We have so many fun ideas for like in-person stuff to like show you guys. Like we want to show you our
places, like with people.
Right. Oh my God, other humans. I was just thinking about how I haven't seen my one brother in over a year, which is like the longest we've been apart since his birth. He's how old is he? 28, 9? 20, he was 28. Well, anyway, so and like I'm a hugger, guys. If you meet me in person, please, I love hugs. I haven't hugged a human who isn't my husband probably in the same amount of time, a year. I mean, it's just crazy. Oh, anyway, I mean, you guys know we don't need to complain about pandemic anymore, but man, is it a relief to know that like
coming up,
the vaccines are coming, and the light is at the end of the tunnel. We can see the light. So anyway, we're gonna have postcards with the logo on it, so you'll see that little logo popping up, and like we talked about merch and stuff too. I really want to get enamel pins of that yarn ball.
That'll be exciting.
Pretty kick-ass. So that's on the way. Is anything else new? I don't think so. That's my hope. My big exciting thing was glasses. New glasses.
Nice.
Do you want to jump into our special topic, or do you want to do like giveaway or something next?
Let's do giveaway next.
Okay.
So I drew a winner from last week. So this I bought at the Yarnbirds yarn truck in Columbus.
Yes.
Heidi and Lana with matching stitch markers. And so Ann C won this. And I have to say, while I'm mentioning her, she gave us book recommendations, neither of which I'm familiar with.
Nice.
The Trad Street series by Karen White. So I put that on my list.
Okay.
And then she said there's a vampire knitting series.
Shut your face.
By Nancy Warren. So
Okay.
I am disappointed I never knew about this. So have to look at both those. So thank you for recommendations, and I'll be contacting you and getting your address and shipping that out.
Knitting and vampires. And I don't know, but I hope that there's some stake action with a needle, right?
Definitely.
So okay. So Anne won our giveaway. Oh, yay. Thanks, Anne. Right? That was her name. It was Anne.
Anne.
Okay. So like I was in charge of episode 7 giveaway, which was the parallelogram wrap pattern and one of my pins, my fuck off I'm knitting pins. And I forgot all about it until like 2 days ago. And I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to like contact that person and like get my stuff to her. Luckily, she's a sweet baby angel. And yeah. So
yeah, we had someone in Canada when maybe 6 or 5, and she just got it took like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
One of the gals in the pin club, hi Megan, she lives in Cork, Ireland. And so we like from the day that I shipped it to the time she got her first pin club pin it was a month all the way to Ireland. So yeah, shipping. In the US, it seems like everything's pretty much back to normal, but yeah, like international shipping is still rough. Oh, so for our prize today, because the pandemic is not over, and we still are probably, even like when we're all vaccinated, I think they're still advising that we wear masks for a while. But anyway, so today's episode prize is we're going to do one of my face masks. So these are print on demand. We're going to, come on, go and focus. It's a rainbow stockinette stitch face mask. And I love these. Like I was wearing handmade, hand sewn masks, like for, I don't know, a long time. And then I got one of these, like with my design on it, masks. And they're really nice. They have like a filter pocket if you want to put the filter in. They've got the nose wire, and then the ear straps are elastic, but they're adjustable. So like if they're too loose, you can tighten them up so you get a better fit. They're pretty comfy. Nice. Yeah. So we'll do that. I didn't think of what the comment should be to enter.
Oh, share tools with us.
That's right. Yes, because we're gonna talk about all our favorite tools. So yeah, tell us in the comments, tell us all your favorite tools. Like do you use any of the stuff that we use? Do you have suggestions for like your favorite knitting stuff that solves all of your problems? Leave that in the comments, and then we'll pick one for a mask in the next episode. Okay, giveaway. Next.
Talk about our favorite knitting.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am. I thought you came up with this, and I'm like, I don't have anything. And then all week I'm like, wait, I have to talk about these, and I have to talk about this.
Yeah, I just like went through my little bag of, doodads with like my scissors and my measuring tape and my stitch markers. And I was like, oh, like I'll just talk about these. Like this is what I use. Maybe someone else will like it.
Yeah. So I was trying to grab things that were a little, I don't have too many like off the beaten path things.
Yeah, I don't really either, but I saw you had something in your hand before, and I was like, I think I have that same thing.
Gosh, I was fiddling with it. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I just put it down, of course. I have that same one. How do you have that same one?
It's from Longtail Knits, right? Did you get it for the Yarn Discovery Tour? I think I got it a couple years ago. So
but I haven't been there, which is, I don't know how I got it. Maybe my aunt. My aunt probably gave it to me in my stocking.
So
wait.
This is a local yarn shop, you guys, that's in Ohio. And she actually she does a lot of spinning stuff too. Do you know you can rent spinning wheels from her?
No.
Yes, you can.
But
it's
somebody
just
from work asked me about spinning, and I should have told her that.
Yeah, Longtail Knits. There's also Erin. Oh shit, what's her name? Gwen Aaron has a yarn shop like in Hudson, Ohio, maybe.
Okay.
And she does like a lot of spinning stuff too. She's got like a ton of fiber, and I don't know if you can rent wheels or if she does classes or what, but she's another good one if you're in the area. Oh, but anyway, you guys, it's like a retractable tape measure.
But it's fun to fuss with.
Yeah.
So my comment about this is I never have enough of these. I know that's true about other knitting notions. I know I have 7 of these.
Yeah, right.
I can only barely put my hands on one of them.
It's like if you're a smoker. I remember being like when I was a smoker many years ago, like it's like you can never find a freaking lighter.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, tape measures. You know where you can get these is the dollar store. You can get like 2 packs, and I don't know how super accurate they are. Like I don't know that I wouldn't I wouldn't, like if I was writing a pattern, I probably wouldn't measure with this, but like if you're just like, oh, I need to be like, my sock or my hatband. Yeah, like
no, it's perfect.
That would be fine.
I think what I need is like a mini, because I have so many project bags. I think I need a mini kit inside each bag, which sounds ridiculous to outside people, but
I don't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. To outside people, to me, I'm like, yes, do that.
So, I have a weird one. It's like a needle keeper. So, like, if you're like knitting or your needles are always in your knitting bag, but like jabbing, things, you slide them in. And then it keeps it from like poking through your knitting.
Yeah. And cool. From your stitches coming off too.
Yeah, definitely.
That's smart. I've seen those like point protectors. I don't have any, but they're like
where you just I have some of those, like they're little like jelly ones you stick on the ends. Yeah.
Do they fall off?
I don't think so. I think they're pretty. I was trying to see if I have one. So you stick them on the end there. But I don't end up using them that much.
I've never seen that stick thing. That's cool. I want to get one. Where do you know? Where's it from?
Don't know.
Okay. There's probably many places.
And I don't know what it's called. So.
Okay. Well, guys, if you know, help us out.
Let us know.
Yeah. So how do you corral your stitch markers?
Okay, so I don't have one. I get lip gloss and little tins, like like 5 chapsticks in a tin, and that's what I keep them in. But of course, it's at home.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you?
I like little, like this one's a tea, one of those little tea tins.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And Altoids tins. They work pretty good. But yeah, I'll stick one of these in like every project bag. And so like I've got my needles in there and my all my stitch markers, and like my little sewing scissors fit inside. You can't. Okay. Well.
Love those.
Yeah, and then so that's a chapstick will fit in there too. Emergency chapstick, probably a lighter if if you need a lighter. Yeah. Oops. Making a mess. I want to talk about my favorite stitch markers too, because
yeah, go ahead.
I feel like this is weird of me, but I don't care because I like what I like. So my favorite stitch markers in the whole world are little rubber
Like
little
O-rings?
yeah, like for plumbing fixtures or whatever. They're soft and they're squishy, and you can get 100 million different sizes, like any size you want.
It's so smart.
They're you can get like 1,000 for $5. So like so like you buy them once and it doesn't matter if you lose them, because like I have other stitch markers that are like, you get 20 for $6. Those
Oh yeah, or 8 for $6.
yeah, those like the locking stitch markers, I think are Boy or Susan Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, I think those are Boy.
Oh no, they're Clover. The
Oh,
Clover
see?
ones. Yeah, you get 20 for like, they're like $6 and they're great, but like oh my God, what if I lose them? These are like gold. And I can't, like, I don't have any fancy stitch markers. I aspire to have like the beautiful dangly ones with like gems on them, or like little food charms, but I don't have any. Very sad. So
I made some for a while right when I started dyeing and had them like set up in my booth, but I'm running pretty low on them, but they took a little while to make. Like you drilled in the little hole and then glued them in. And, oh man, but I really don't, I don't use them that much because usually it's just like for which side your work, is the right side, and I don't really need that much. So
do you
cute.
I feel like you knit like lace more often than I do. Do you mark, like when you knit lace, do you just count in your brain, or do you mark them off? Because
that's where like the 100-pack of like cheap ones come in. No, I mark it off. Yeah.
I like all of mine to match too. So like if I have, 15 repeats of a lace pattern, I want all 14 of those stitch markers to be the same.
Cannot have one that is wrong. No. Yeah, that will drive me bonkers. I'm gonna plug my bag that I keep all of this stuff in, which it's like Game of Thrones map.
Nice.
Really, when the show was on, and it has all the little different kingdoms and their names, but it's super cute. And I have my other one, which I keep my migraine pills in. It's like this little monster reading to a bunny. And these are from Society 6, and they're super nice. Like I've used this for my migraine pills for like.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost sound.
They have all sorts of sizes, and they're super. It's like real canvasy, like nice.
That's hilarious, because I too have a canvas bag. Mine says "for fuck's sake" on it. This is from a different like on-demand printing company. This one is from Printify, but honestly, it's probably like, I think a lot of those have a lot of the same products, like Society 6 and the one that I have that does the print on demand stuff with my designs. But yeah, I haven't I made one of these for myself just to like see the quality of the product and whatever, and I made one for my sister-in-law for like her makeup, like a makeup bag. But I haven't made any more designs. But guys, if you want rude doodly project notions bags, let me know and I'll start putting some of those in my shop. Nice. Yeah, they're nice little bags, and there's a good size.
Yeah. I think we both had this on our list.
Yes, we did. Knit blockers.
Gosh.
I cannot live without these.
Never going back to pins. Yeah, because these are amazing.
Yeah, they're the best. Do you ever, like when you block a shawl, do you use wires ever? Or did you?
I have. My aunt got me a set of wires, and I have done it in the past, but I really prefer, I think I prefer these. Even if it's like a straight line, I can kind of get it pretty straight with these.
Yeah, I hate wires. I'll use them like if like there's some shawl designs that'll have like I don't know, like, well, if I run out of these, I have 2 sets. Wait, maybe we should like we'll combine our powers for epic
big shawl
blocking. Yeah, but yeah, I would
big Stephen West ones with the 2 of these, and that's been enough.
Yeah, these are, oh my God, they're the best. Oh, so we probably should like say what they are. Anyway, they're knit. Let what the hell are they called? Knit blockers,
Knitter's
from
Pride.
Knitter's Pride. Yeah. And they're just like, if you haven't seen them before, they're, normally when you have blocking pins, it's one at a time, and you have to put 400 of them in a shawl or whatever, and it takes forever, and you can never get them all straight. But these, like, it's like 4 or 8 pins at the same time, and so it's like easier to make a straight line without like weird gaps between them. So, and it's way faster than pins one at a time. So these are awesome.
They're the best.
I think they come in rainbow colors too, which I'm probably going to get next. Mm-hmm.
Interchangeable needles.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I know how to say it, ChowGoo.
ChowGoo.
I have 2 sets of ChowGoo interchangeable needles because I love I love the connection. I love the cords. And they're magical, and I don't see ever switching to anything else. So I don't have the regular set with me, but for my mittens, I got the mini. Of course, I tried to buy just the one that I needed. Like, I needed size 4s. No, those are out of stock.
Yeah,
so
of course.
What did I do but buy?
I mean,
So
right.
Look at these little boo-boos. So they have,
cute.
I think it's like, I'm trying to show you. Look how cute they are. So little bitty, like sock size cables and little bitty guys. And they're so much fun. So
the people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think Ryan mentioned that he does socks on these. So the mittens go well, then socks might be next.
The people that I've heard who have used them love them.
Oh my gosh. It is. It's just really like just going around the whole circle. So it took a little bit when doing the mittens to figure out there's 3 sizes of cable to figure out, and 2 lengths of needle, like the right size. So they're not like stretched and they're not bunched on there. So
yeah.
And for you, what are your interchangeables of choice?
Mine are Knitter's Pride Nova Platina needles. So they're real pointy. They're probably like comparable to the ChowGoo interchangeable needles. And I've heard them compared to the Knit Picks like chrome needles, but they're not the same. These are like the Knit Picks ones are all right, but they're I'm talking about the metal ones, the metal Knit Picks ones. They're not as shiny. They're not as smooth. They don't taper, like the taper isn't as long, so they're not as pointy. But these are the Knitter's Pride ones. They're like, I think they're comparable in price. And the nice thing is that the cables match. So you can use Knit Picks cables on Knitter's Pride needles and vice versa.
Nice.
Yeah, the cables, I have to say, aren't as nice. They're probably not as nice as the ChowGoo ones. And they have, it's like the ones that twist on that you have to like lock on with a little key. So, but I've invested like hundreds of dollars into these needles. So I'm like, don't even try the ChowGoo ones because you'll love them. And then you'll and then I'll have to buy all sizes of all of those.
And then try keeping them all like separate. No.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm like, these are fine. They're good enough. I'm just going to go with it. I don't love my needle containment system though, because like this is like a plastic container that just came with one of the needle sets I bought. And there's like little pockets for each size on each side. And then I have all my cables. Oh, this one's empty. I have my cables in plastic baggies labeled with the length. Too. Yeah. But so like I have them in here, but I can't, like there's so much in here that it won't close. So guys, if you have like ideas for like wrangling all your needles together, that would be helpful. It's just my interchangeable ones in here. I've got like straights, or they have their own case. I barely use those, and I almost never use double points. I only have a couple pairs. So yeah, just my interchangeable needles. And I have the little hat set too of the same needles. They have the tips are, where am I? It's like a 4-inch tip, I think, instead of 5. And then the 16-inch cables. Yeah, so I have at least 3 sets of Nova Platina needles. And I just found out they come in like the square. Like these are just round, but they have the square ones so that like if you drop it on the floor, it's not going to roll away. Those are fun. I bought some by accident and I really like them. And I'm like, you cannot buy all the square. Like, no. Stick with what you have. I forget what else.
Those are my big ones.
Oh, I want to talk about my yarn bowl just because it's so pretty and I just love it. And I was talking about it on Instagram, on my personal Instagram this week.
Video.
So this is from Made of Clay, and I'll link her. But it's just like a handmade ceramic yarn bowl, and it's got my name on it. Yes. My sister-in-law got this for me for Christmas one year, and it's just like, it's one of my most favorite, beloved objects. Like, I love this. I don't actually even use it that often, but like, I love the idea of it. And so like, I'll carry it around my house and just like set it where I can see it because it's so pretty.
Are always yarn bowl vendors at shows and they're like gorgeous. And I have to like, just like, cause I'm like, they're beautiful. I'm not sure how often I would use it. And I usually am like, I don't know. I'm like curled up on the couch with the bag, like the bag. So I don't know if I would like have it on like a coffee table and be pulling from it. I don't know. But let us know if you like yarn bowls.
Yeah, these so you can get your name or like it could say fuck off or you could make it say whatever. It's a custom bowl and she's got like 7 different colors you can order it in. So yeah, that's my yarn bowl. I have a couple project bags that I grabbed too. So I think I shared this one already once on the podcast. It was, this one's by Republica Unicornia and it's freaking huge. It's like a blanket size, project bag. So I'm not going to talk about this one that much because I already talked about this.
I think I've highlighted all mine.
Yeah.
But I was for one, which is a Halloween one, which I'll save.
I
said, I think I've shared all mine except for like holiday ones.
Yeah. This is the other one that I have that I really want to start using more. It's like a walking bag.
Walking one. Yeah.
So you like pop your yarn in there and then you can hook it over your arm and just like do you're knitting and you're walking. I use this one. Devin, my husband Devin, made me go to the Cleveland Auto Show a couple years ago, which is so boring. And so I think I was knitting a hat or a sock or something at that time. And I took this and I was just like sauntering around knitting like a weirdo all by myself, like, all these, and then there's like all these like motorheads.
Did people stop you and ask you what you were doing?
Oh yeah. Oh, are you knitting me a sock? You know how, get out of here.
I'm not.
So yeah, I like that one. I think a friend got me that one, but I think I know they're on Etsy, people make them, but I think I've seen them on Amazon too. Like this exact one with the sheep on it. Maybe that's where she got it. So is that all our stuff? Is that all our tools?
Yeah,
I think
that was me.
I had I wrote other stuff on here on our show notes.
And then I think next time we were going to share what people put in the comments because I'm sure there's things we don't have.
Yeah. So that's your mission this episode, guys, is leave us comments of all your favorite tools so that we can like
buy more stuff,
talk about
obviously.
them. No more shopping, Christine. One thing I did want to mention is, so like, I don't know how you guys track your like projects, but I've been using Ravelry for years. So like all my history, all my projects are in there. Like I record the date, I record what yarn and needles I use, I put notes in there, whatever. But I'm mad at Ravelry. Have you heard about this, Sarah?
With
Because
the
they
new
like,
site not being
yeah,
yeah.
they redesigned their website and the new design sucks. And it like gives it, first of all, it's ugly. Okay. And second of all, it like triggers migraines and stuff for people and like seizures and like all kinds of shit. And so like people are like, hey, your new design sucks. Why? Like, why aren't you making it more accessible? And so they're like, no, it's not. We
Instead
checked
of
with a doctor.
working on it, they were like, it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Like, fuck that. So I'm mad at Ravelry, and I would love to hear what you guys use, if there's other websites, or if you're using like a binder or Evernote, or what are you using to keep track of your projects, or do you not track? Maybe I need to just let it go and just not track what I make. I feel like that could be a whole episode, is like how to record your project management.
Knitting apps.
Yeah.
That'll be a whole thing, I'm sure.
We should write that down. That's a good idea. We don't have to write it down now. When I edit, I'll put that down. You have new yarn.
I do. And actually, I forgot, before we go on, I have local business
stuff,
which I came up with at the last minute because I had forgotten. I shop at OCN, which is a jewelry shop, which is online. We'll put the link in there.
Yeah.
But they're also in the Gordon Square area by, if you know the donut shop Brew Nuts, they're right by Brew Nuts. And her name's Anne, and she has amazing jewelry. So I have a few necklaces, some earrings, and she is great. So if you haven't, been on their site or visited the store, you should do that. And then another plug for my new printing friend, who is named Anthony, and he is just right around the corner here, which I didn't know. And then I saw Beet Jar, which is a local vegan restaurant. She had stickers and said, "Oh, Canopy Press made these." And so I sent him a message, and he has been really great. I've done stickers with him, and then he did Mitchell's ice cream sweatshirts, and they looked so cozy. And I was like, oh, normally, I think I even messaged him just on the off chance. I said, I can't buy like 50 of these. And he said, oh, we have this process and we can do just a few at a time. So I just got a few.
That's awesome.
So excited.
Yeah, that looks like a really comfy sweatshirt.
I can wear it at like shows, and be really nice. So cool. Canopy Press and OCN Jewelry.
Canopy Press. I got to write that down. Remember that, because I've been
send you his profile.
Yeah,
he's really good. He'll just message you back and forth, and then
I would love to for like the stickers and stuff that I do. I would love to use somebody local. Yeah,
that's what I haven't switched everything to him, but yeah, I've been like getting quotes for like how much are these and how much are these. So now I have yarn to share. So actually I sold, I think, the rest of these this week, but I wanted to plug them because they're so pretty. So Kid Silk, this is Moon Dust, and it's a super pretty purple with like some ice blue in there. So I have at least these two. I think I grabbed them off the wall, but I think this is it. So
those
we'll
are
put the link down below. So if you've been knit with Kid Silk, give it a try. Or the I'll show you later, I'm knitting with the alpaca lace weight too. Corriedale worsted. So this is non-superwash that I get from a mill in Maine, Battenkill Fibers. And this is it's violet gimlet, so it's pretty much periwinkle. So it's similar to the color in like pennyroyal.
Yeah.
And this is tonal, but would make like a super warm hat. So with these make it's really nice color work because of like the stitch definition. So I don't have a ton of colors right now, but I have like a nice beige color. And then when I knit the first group, they all like worked well together. So that's what the idea was.
It's pretty.
Yeah. And then my last one is a classic, like regular color that I dye on every colorway, which is plumage. And this is on
It's sparkly.
Sparkle, yep. So that's on Sparkle Sock. So I've got 2 of these too. So I'm working on actually a wholesale order for Around the Table. So they're going to be getting a shipment. So keep an eye on that. And I ship out monthly box orders too. So those just go straight to shops. So 614 Knit Studio in Columbus and Free Spirit Fibers in West Virginia and Around the Table are a few of the shops that get it. So I'm always trying to sign up more. So I sent out some postcards to try and get some more shops on board.
Nice.
So sometimes I don't have that many new colors because I'm dying and shipping them out. So I can't share them on here.
That's so interesting that like you have it seems like you have like some like individual skeins for individual humans, and then do you do like big bulk orders of the same colors, or do you do different stuff for shops that's like shop exclusive?
Yeah, for I do a shop exclusive when they ask. So I've done them in the past for Around the Table. The Artful Yarn in Chagrin Falls, I'm actually doing 3 of her exclusive colors for this year. So one was in February. I just dyed her DK, which will be her April box. So contact her if you want to get in on that. And then I'm doing a bulky for her later in the year. So I think she's alternating dyers. So I'm like every 3rd or 4th month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
fun.
It's really fun to do that because you don't have a formula and like sitting and measuring. You're just tossing stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah, her color turned out great.
Nice. That's yarn. Yeah. I have a couple of like Pin Club.
Yeah.
Updates.
When am I getting my waffle?
So we're pretending, because this episode we film a week early, like a week before our the episode goes live. But if we're pretending that today is Friday, March 19th, your pins will already have shipped to you. And Sarah, since you're so close, you might have yours in your hands today. So waffle pins will, by the time you see this episode, they'll have shipped. And then we finalized the April pin, and that's in production now. It's a broken record, so it's a record player, and it says blah 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 on it. Because I like to come up with these pins. I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I look up the like those weird like social media holidays on the internet.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so like April 17th is Vinyl Record Day, and April 18th is blah 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 day, and I'm like, okay,
mix them together.
Let's smush them together. And this for this pin, we're doing. I'm excited because I'm trying a different process. So it'll still be a hard enamel pin, but those white, you can't see it, the white sparkles will be they're like printed on after, so they'll be like really sharp and detailed, and not part of, they're like not filled with enamel, they're like printed on top. I don't know, so I'm excited to see what it looks like, because it can it like opens up new design opportunities, because normally hard enamel pins have to be like, they can't be too detailed, you can't use a bunch of colors, you shouldn't put glitter in them because the glitter will like smear when they polish them. I don't know, there's like all these rules, so it's fun to experiment with the different pin techniques and like learn, what do people like, what's really fun to design, that kind of thing. So I'm excited about those. That's the April Pin Club, the record player. So join. It's on Patreon, on my Patreon. I'll link it below. If you want to get on the April record player, blah, blah, blah pin, you can subscribe to Patreon, my Patreon pin club. I feel like I'm babbling and none of my sentences are sentences. And the nice thing about the pin club is that it's not just a pin. Like for your subscription, you also get, there's like like I'm adding all kinds of content. So there's like behind the scenes stuff and you get to vote on the next month's pin. So like the record player, for example, I made pink, red, and mint. And then the pin club members voted on which one they want. And you guys settled on the mint green. So that's what we're getting. And I'm adding content. I'm trying to do stuff a couple times a week. And just recently I put together a Discord server that I'm really excited about. If you guys don't know what Discord is, it's like, it's kind of like 90s chat rooms where you have like an overarching theme called a server. So like in this example, it's the Christine Parker Co. server. And then within the server, there are different channels or rooms that like have different topics. So like I have a channel for introducing yourself, and so anyone who like joins the server can then like go in and, you know, hi, I'm Sarah, I dye yarn, whatever. And there's like a general chat room. There's one about yarncraft, so like we're just like sharing our projects and talking about knitting and different stitches and, you know, all yarn stuff. I've got one for, oh god, I can't remember, but anyway, so like if so like that's part of the pin club too. So you get access to the Discord server. And we're going to be doing eventually Zoom well, they won't be Zoom hangs anymore. They'll just be video hangs. Yeah. We'll be doing those through Discord, and I'm going to start doing the test knits, hosting them through Discord. Cause I was running them through Instagram, and I think that was really great for the testers, but I had a really hard time like keeping track of all the notes and the messages, and it'd be nice to be able to share documents and that kind of thing. So yeah, Discord. So if you just want to like come chat and hang out, jump on Patreon, or there's also a link in my Instagram bio to join the Discord server. Yeah, it's really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. And then there was a pattern. I have two patterns. No, I have one pattern I want to talk about because it's like the right time of year. So this is the Happy Hat by Rosie Posey Design Co. And it's a super bulky color work hat with little flowers on it. How cute is that?
Love it so much.
Yeah. So this is her super bulky version. And the reason this is on my radar is because I follow her on Instagram, and she's putting together a worsted weight version too. So she's, I think right now, looking for testers. So you should follow her, Rosie Posey Design Co. If you want to test that hat. And the pattern will be coming out soon also. But yeah, it's just so freaking cute. I don't super love color work because I'm like, it's kind of fiddly, you know.
That's
but this,
not,
yeah,
that won't
this
be terrible.
It's so simple. I can't. And I like that it's like super bulky. It would be so warm, and it would go fast.
It up.
Yeah. So this is on my list. I really want to make one. But yeah, I just love the little flowers. It's so cute for spring. Oh, I think I bounced around. That wasn't even in my.
Oh, it's okay.
Do you have any projects you want to talk about that you're working on?
And I of course stopped in the middle of a row like a dummy, but my songbird, I'm on the last section. You cannot believe how big this thing is getting. So I sized up 2 needles. I meant to tell people that it seemed like a real tight fabric when I started. I think it was 7s, and I'm on 9s now.
Okay.
But oh my gosh,
that's so pretty. It's so big.
It's so big. I've done so much. So I really powered through. Like the sections with like the fancier stitches take a while. So that last like big chunk
Yeah.
Took a little while. So now I'm on happy section that is just garter.
Yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's just now super wide. I only have like few rows. There's 2 rows on each of those lines. So I'm really close to the end. And then I have a question. It has tassels. It has a tassel on each corner. Are we pro tassel? Anti-tassel? I want to hear pro tassel.
I'm pro tassel.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
I've never done a tasseled shawl, and she looks gorgeous in the picture. I'm like, maybe I'll do it. Oh, it just seems, I feel like, are they gonna touch on things or get in the way? But I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And I haven't made tassels. I've made pom-poms.
Yeah.
So I've
seen patterns that will do pom-poms, like a big pom-pom on each corner. I think that's so cute too.
Yeah. So I was gonna see where did I put this?
I'm gonna add tassel. Well, they'll be optional, but I'm gonna add tassels to my. Oh, this will be like the 3rd pattern. Remember this, the rainbow square shawl? I haven't worked on it forever because I've been doing other stuff, but that's gonna have
our 800 stitches.
Yeah. That probably will be in the fall, and that'll have tassels on it. Ooh.
This is my new, I haven't done any sweaters yet, but this has been in my queue for a long time. So this is Veronica with a K. Veronica Cardigan by Shannon Cook. The sleeves, the big collar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really thinking about it.
That looks cozy.
I'm like, and you don't have to worry as much about the fit if it's a cardigan, and that's what I'm always stressed out about.
Yeah.
So it's worsted weight. So I'm really thinking about it. So if anyone's knit that, I would love to hear. So, and then finally I got the needles for my mittens.
Yeah.
So I just
the bobble mitten.
And then check out those bobbles.
That is so cute.
Psyched. So I haven't gotten up to the thumb yet. So that's another few rows, but I had to do a few adjustments. The bobble, well, let me start with the cuff. The cuff had the cutest, it was a cable cuff where it was a purl one, take the cable needle to the front, knit one, knit cable needle. So purl, knit, purl. It was pretty. It had this little twist to it. A row took me so long because you were doing, 30 little cables in each one. So I had to take that out. Just did a regular cable. And same with the bobbles. It was a crochet bobble. And I'm not a great crocheter. You had to fit 17 on and then pull through all 17.
Whoa.
I was close to I had a YouTube tutorial on my phone. I'm like, I'm gonna throw my phone across the room because I'd miss it every time. Luckily, it was easy to just pull out and do again. I found this I had used it before, Sweater Collective. She had a knit bobble tutorial and it was perfect. So you knit, purl, knit on the same stitch, flip it, purl along the back, flip it back, and then slip, knit 2 together, and then slip that over the knit 2. And it makes super cute bobbles. And I didn't want to break my phone. So, and then I want to show, these are the 2 I'm using. So that's
that
alpaca, the Corky Surrey alpaca, and then this is sugar coated, which I featured a lot on Instagram and sold all of them except I think I do have one left. So it's funny, one lady who had gotten a special order from me, she messaged, she said, please hold 4 of those for me. I was like, oh, okay. So that was pretty funny.
That one reminds me of sherbet ice cream.
Yeah,
fruity
it's really
sherbet.
fruity. I feel like it doesn't show up quite as fruity as it is in real life, but I'm gonna put up some pictures with better natural lighting instead of this lighting. So I'm so happy, and my teeny needles, you can see. tiny. So, and it's fun just to do a row. A row takes no time at all. You just zip around. So we'll see in 2 weeks. Let's see if I'm on. I don't think I'll be on the second one, but who knows?
I've made some progress on my waffle blankie.
Let's see.
It's so big. I'm not going to be able to
hold it all up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you've been
crushing
that thing.
It feels like a real blankie now.
Weren't you just on that, past the orange?
Yeah, I think last time I was in this dark purple.
Just started the dark purple, yeah.
So I finished pink and I started this peach. Yeah, you know why it's so fast? It's because it's crochet. So yesterday, I think I did 8 rows and it added 6 inches to it because it's, it takes a shitload of yarn, but it crochet, oh my God, it's so fast compared to stockinette stitch. And yeah.
I'm sure. Is each one skein or is each stripe or is each stripe just a certain amount of rows?
It's a certain amount of rows. Because it eats up yarn, this is a stripe is 2.5 skeins of yarn, which is interesting because when I did all my gauge math, I calculated 4 skeins for each stripe, and so I have all this extra yarn that I bought, but it's okay. I'm gonna make little hexagons out of it for my quarantine Afghan. Yeah, so this will be, I'm working on that hat, the purple hat and cowl set. Pattern grading is so hard. I'm doing pattern grading, teaching myself pattern grading so that I can give you guys multiple hat sizes to knit, infant through adult large or whatever. But man, is it confusing. I know that once I have it figured out and I have my spreadsheet all done, the next time I do pattern grading, it'll be so much easier. But this first time is rough. So that's going to be my next pattern is the hat and cowl. And then the waffle Afghan will be a free crochet pattern after that, probably sometime in the summer. That's all I'm working on right now is I don't have any other projects that I'm actively working on. I just want to get this blanket done so I can use it. We have books.
Definitely do.
I'm so excited about the first book on your list
because you read it.
I love that series.
Awesome. I don't know how I missed this one, but get the thing from. So Curious Beginning, Deanna Raybourn. It's so much fun. She is one of the best heroines I've read in a long time.
What's her name?
So entertaining. Oh my gosh, Veronica Speedwell.
Yes.
And I actually finished it a little while. I feel like I don't even remember that much about it because I read it or I did the audio a little while ago. But it's amazing. She is an orphan and has these kind of spinsters who raised her, and they pass away, and so she's kind of figuring out what to do. And she's a lepidopterist, which is the study of butterflies. So she's traveled a lot, so she's deciding what to do, and all of the stuff starts happening, and she gets attacked, and someone grabs her and says, "I'm gonna protect you." Everything hits the fan, and she is just thrown into all of this stuff, and it's fantastic. So she's thrown together with this guy named Stoker, who is into natural sciences too, and
he's hot.
There's all of this mystery going on, and she's just super smart, and there's a mystery about her past, and I had so much fun with it.
Yeah, that's a series that I've read all of the books, and she's Deanna Raybourn is still writing them. So like I finished one and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the next series, the next book in the series. It's so good.
Oh my gosh, the like what ended up like wrapping up the mystery and so I was dying. I like couldn't turn it off. And I do have to say the only thing about the audio, I did not love Stoker's voice. I think it was one person and then they kind of just lowered their voice for Stoker and it just sounded a little weird to me. But so fun.
I love their banter. They have really good, because she's like not a spinster, but she's a for sure blue stocking because it's historical. It's set in like Victorian. Yeah. And so she's like, smart and sassy and she's not going to take any of his bullshit. And he's like, I don't know if I'd call him an alpha male, but he like has a lot of opinions.
Likes to do things his way.
Right. And so they like butt heads and, there's good sexual tension and whatever. That series. There's a good, it's got a good slow burn romance arc.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's a great series. I don't know if you've read any other Deanna Raybourn books.
No,
but
so now I have to.
Yeah, she's got another series. Oh God, I should have written it down. I can't think of what it's called, but if you like go to her Goodreads or whatever, or on Amazon, look her up. She's got another series that's sort of similar where it's like I think it's the Lady Emily series. Well, anyway, it's like another historical romance with a smart, well-off, like woman and who gets mixed up with like murder mysteries. And then there's like this hot, let me think really quick. What's the word? He's of the Romani people because we don't say the G word anymore. Although they might in the book, but anyway, and that has a good slow burn romance. And it's like a murder mystery series. There's a murder every time. Yeah. So, and like, again, like Deanna Raybourn, her like writing is hilarious. Really good.
So fun.
Banter. And yeah, that's another good series. Is in Stoker, in the Victoria Speedwell books, Stoker's the taxidermist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she meets him and he's working on an elephant.
That's right.
And just like, yeah. So, yeah. So fun. So they have a lot in common, even though they butt heads.
That's the only reason I know what lepidoptery is.
I didn't know when they said it the first time. I was like, I know it's a study of something. I didn't know.
It's butterflies.
Yeah, so you do learn some in there. I have been all about doing like thrillers on audio too. So with like the commute, I've been getting a lot done. So yeah, I need any thriller recommendations because I did Silent Patient, That Woman in the Window. So this was my one for this time, which is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And this is a big book talk book. And I had never read any of hers and really, really a lot of fun. I
think it's a dude. I think Riley Sager's a guy.
Riley Sager's a guy.
I think so. And the only reason is because I read one of their other books. I think it was called Lock Every Door. And I was like, why is this character?
I should have looked and I don't know why in my brain. I was like, it's a woman. Didn't look that up. So thank you for that. So Riley Sager.
Now I feel like I have to look it up because I may be misremembering, but in any event, go ahead.
Did not know that.
Tell me about the book.
It's like when you told me with that honeymoon, the Unhoneymooners one, you knew that it was two authors wrote together under one name. I didn't know. In the book, her father wrote, there was this like incident when they were kids, or when she was a kid, they bought this kind of spooky old house in Vermont, and she was probably 5, and these spooky things started happening, and they moved out really quickly, and it was kind of hush hush for a while. The dad wrote this book about it, and it became a bestseller. So it's just like haunted her whole life. She's I don't know, in her 30s, and like people on the street will like ask her about it, and it's just like tormented her, and she doesn't really remember anything. And So the dad passes away, and in the will, he still owns the house and leaves the house to her.
Of course.
So she goes back and she flips houses for a job. So she's like, I'm going to go flip it. And this was all just figment of my dad's my dad just, wanted to write this book. It's all, made up. And of course she gets back and things start happening.
Yeah.
And it goes from there. So really, really fun on audio. So.
The other book that I read by that author, I was like underwhelmed by. It was another thriller, and it was called Lock. I believe it's Lock Every Door.
Lock Every Door. I've seen that. Yeah, the cover. And I've had people who had said, they're over, like that they had not liked some of their books, but I really enjoyed that.
Okay, maybe I'll try that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just hit or miss, especially I feel like with like really popular authors, they, like when they get started, it's like about the writing and the characters in the book. And then they like get really famous and they have these deadlines with publishers. And so they're just cranking stuff out. And I feel like sometimes the quality suffers, not always, but sometimes. What's that one called again?
That is Home Before Dark.
Home Before Dark. Okay. Noted.
Nice.
Good audio.
I have one more, which the cover does not grab me at all. But it's a romance, like historical romance, and another recommendation. Somehow, when I watch things, I'll take screenshots of things. So, this is Mia Vincy, A Dangerous Kind of Lady, and I usually give books, if I'm reading on my iPad, to 30%. And if you don't grab me, I'm shutting it down. And I have my list that you helped me with, so I can put them on there if I just could not get through it. This really got me so quickly. There are such cute scenes right off the bat, and I was just enamored with both of these characters. She is, of course, the dad wants her to marry somebody she doesn't like and puts a deadline on it. And so there's a friend from her childhood that comes back to England, and they're at a masquerade. And she's trying to grab his attention. He had come back after years away, and they had this arranged marriage since they were kids. And he had kind of told her father, I'm not doing that anymore, without really talking to her or meeting her recently. So he's a better choice than who her father is choosing. So at this masquerade, she goes around, there's jesters, and the jesters will come up to a couple and they'll wrap ribbon around their hands. So they're kind of stuck together, and then they have to smooch, and this kind of weird thing that was happening at this thing. So she grabs the jesters and pays them to tie her to him. So she can talk to him. Because she knows he would probably just back away and be embarrassed. And as soon as it happens, he's like, did you pay, she said something like, oh, I just paid them to tie us together. Adorable banter, and just cute from there, so of course he doesn't want to do what his family wanted him to do and be forced into something, and she doesn't want to be forced into what her family wants her to do. So fun. I finished that.
Nice. I'm in the middle of 2 books right now. So with my eyes.
We're saying it now.
With my eyes, I'm reading Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. My friend Brittany recommended this to me, and she's like one of those people where I trust her reading judgment implicitly. She would never recommend. Yeah, she always has really good suggestions. So she recommended this, and I'm at the point where I'm tired, and so I hope I can describe it accurately because it's bananas. So the premise is it's about this girls' school around the turn of the century in Rhode Island, and a bunch of girls are killed, like they die in mysterious ways. There's like 5 mysterious deaths. And like crazy, like weird, creepy shit keeps happening at this girls' school. So it's like this haunted girls' school. And cut to like 2019 or whatever, and there's this movie star, and she gets roped into making a movie about the haunted girls' school with another actress, and there's a gal who wrote a book about the haunted girls' schools, and they're like, they go to like make this movie and there's filming on the set of like the actual property of this girls' school, and then like mysterious, creepy shit keeps happening. And so, and it's like, it's so interesting because there's the book. So there's like the story about the actual girls' school that happens like real time in like 1903 or whatever. And then there's the book that the one character wrote about the girls' school. There's also a book at the girls' school that's like in the past. And then there's the movie that they're making about this book about the girls' school. So there's like all wrapped up, and you're like, but how can this possibly work? But it works. It's really good. And there's like, you know that I love books, like if the wording is good, like if they have like beautiful turns of phrases or whatever, like that's the shit I love. Like I don't care, like the plot can be whatever, but I want to read like beautiful sentences. So this one has a lot of good stuff, and it's like all of the central characters are queer. So there's like all this, it's like a like celebration of like lesbian love, and like I don't know, like it was like how it's presented in 1903 versus how it's presented with a movie star in 2019. And it's just so good. It's got so many good things like happening. And I feel like it's sort of like, what was that other book that I read with the bones? Gideon the Ninth, where it's like there's like the spaceships and lesbians and bone necromancy, and you're like, wait, that's a lot. That's really a lot. But like somehow these authors, I don't know, they're so brilliant. They make it work. Yeah. So I'm like maybe 65 or 70% through the book. And it's pretty good. And it's creepy enough that it's like creepy, but it's not like the kind of creepy that it's you have to turn the lights on when you go pee in the middle of the night. And then the book I am reading with my ears that I just started this last night. It's The Royal Art of Poison. By Eleanor Herman. Oh my God. So it's nonfiction. And this book, yeah, and it's about poison, like the historical, like how like royal kings and dukes and popes and cardinals and shit were all like poisoning each other for like political reasons and intrigue. And so like that's the first couple chapters, which isn't that interesting, but then they start to get into like historical cosmetics and like how women used to like cover their face in lead paint to make their complexions like really white and beautiful. And like the crazy wigs that they wore in like the 1700s, like those would be coated with like lead and mercury and arsenic and whatever. So they talk about that and how like they're like, oh, I'm gonna put this lead based paint, like face paint, on my face to like fill in my smallpox scars or whatever. And then it like, because it's lead based, it like leaches into their skin and makes their sores worse and like all this stuff. So I don't know.
Well, it makes me think of Mad as a Hatter, because people who made hats, like something about the coating would make you just insane, because they used like whatever chemical. I don't know if it was lead or it made you, or mercury.
Yeah.
Made you crazy.
I didn't know that's where that came from. I love that. Yeah. So then last night I was sitting like working on my waffle stitch Afghan, and my husband Devin's sitting here next to me, and I'm like, "Can I listen to my book? Do you care?" And so it starts talking about
How to poison people.
yeah, basically he's like, "Ew, what are you listening to?" And it talks about a lot about like hygiene practices in, like medieval England, and how like really disgusting it was then, and how everyone had lice and they smelled really bad and you were filthy all the time and just like pee everywhere. So I don't know if you're into history of like the daily, I think like the history of like people's daily lives is so interesting. So if you're into that, or like, you want to learn how to poison somebody, this would be a good book for you. But so I'm listening to the audio, and it's excellent. Yeah.
Awesome.
The Royal Art of Poison, Filthy Palaces, Fatal Cosmetics, Deadly Medicine, and Murder Most Foul. It is so, there's a lot of gross shit in here. So,
amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish that. That's what I'm on. So, all right.
We talked for a while.
I know. Anything else?
No.
We wrap up? Okay.
Wrap up.
All right. Well, this was episode 9 of the Yarn Hellions podcast. If you enjoyed yourself, please subscribe so you can hang out with us some more. We do episodes every first and third Fridays of the month. So you can tune in, and make sure you find us on TikTok and Instagram. And we will see you. Oh, don't forget to comment. Leave your comments, your favorite tools, so you can be entered in the giveaway to win a mask. And we will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.